Alright, y'all, so this week's episode of The Shit We Do for Love was given what it was given. So let's give it what we got.
I'm the type of girl you call wifey. Yeah.
What does the cat do?
Meow.
So this episode starts off with Damien and D'Angelo and Rawa sitting down for brunch. Well, first, it was D'Angelo and Rawa because Damien had came late or whatever. And they was just talking about their love life and everything. And then they started talking about the whole Travis situation, the drama with that whole thing. And apparently, every time Travis is present, there is drama. So that's what they said, and I'm starting to see that become a fact because every time Travis is in a situation, be it at a sit down with somebody trying to apologize, be it at our party, I've seen one scene, and that was with that double date, where it wasn't OT. And so D'Angelo was like, I want to invite y'all to a brunch. I want y'all to meet the rest of the cast, well, the rest of the boys. I want everybody to meet up, and we could just have a little kiki. And then, perfect segue, the next scene was the brunch. So D'Angelo shows up first because it's his little situation. And I think Timmy showed up next. Or, yeah, it was Timmy that showed up next. And then Tyvon had showed up. That's my bitch. And, girl, it was a little weird energy there because they hadn't seen each other since the date. So now that they're sitting down with D'Angelo in the room, it's just like, hey, hi, how you doing, girl? I don't know whether to give you a handshake or a hug. Like, I don't know where we stand. And then people start to peel in. And ultimately, everybody in the group showed up except for Travis. And then we find out, I didn't even know this. We find out in this scene that Travis actually lives in South Carolina. And he's, you know, is it bi-state? Because that's not bi-coastal. That's on the same coast. So, he's a bi-traveler. He's a bi-domestic dweller. But yeah, he lives in South Carolina and he travels and works in Atlanta. And the boyfriend lives in Virginia. So it's a lot of moving parts going on. And they were, first of all, I'm kind of feeling Noel. Like, y'all don't even know me and y'all discussing this situation. But at the same time, it's only 2 new people here. Everybody else knows and is privy to the situation. So, girl, if that's what we gonna talk over while we having our brunch and our mimosas, then that's what the fuck we gonna do. But they also talked about the date between Timmy and Tyvon, and we find out that it's not gonna be a second date. And Timmy attributes that to the fact that Tyvon is too young. And everybody's like, bitch, age ain't nothing but a number. You talking shit. It must be something deeper than that. You eating light, bitch. Are you going to bottom after this? Because it seems like you have another... Actually, did he say he had another engagement? Engagement? Girl, then they get back on Travis. And in this scene, I felt like, Timmy, you gave yourself away so you could be used. Because if you take away they said or I heard, I feel like you get the true minutiae. Like, I feel like he is the streets, he is they, he is the people that's starting all these rumors. I just feel like, because when they asked him, like, well, why? Why do you feel like he got a random man? And why you feel like he got this and he got that? Timmy very calmly was toasting that motherfucking bread and was like, because they said he didn't have no man. It was like, what he was saying was his own opinion. And it wasn't what he heard. You could tell he wasn't repeating something. He was just telling you what he felt. Bitch, this hoe done had no man the first season. And all of a sudden, as soon as the second season starts filming, you pop up with a man. I feel like you rented this motherfucking man for this season so you wouldn't be manless, okay? Can y'all cut that shit off? The fuck? And another thing, what's it to anybody if this man is a bottom? Who's to say Travis don't want to experiment in the bedroom, okay? He don't have to be subjugated to bending over all the goddamn time. Maybe he wants to do the bending, okay? Did y'all not watch Noah's Ark jumping the broom? Anyway, then Noel invites them to his dog's party. Nala is having her second birthday party and he wants to invite all the girls so they can come and, you know, mingle and meet their dog and get to know each other a little better. And then we get to the dog party. Oh, baby, this episode is just flowing, honey. Then we get to the dog party and then people start peeling in. We see the setup and everything. And, you know, after everybody peels in, Travis is the last one to arrive. Typical reality fashion. Don't think we didn't know that you told her to show up late. And off rip, there's some energy between, excuse me, y'all, I lost my voice. Do not ask why. Off rip, there's some energy between Noel and Travis. And I gotta say, Travis, I don't think it's you, baby. Like, in this situation, Noel, you was putting 20 on 10. Like, I just don't want to. Just imagine if somebody, okay, are you really telling the truth about being an army brat? Are you homeless? Why don't you have a man that you almost, like, if somebody just came to you with all of these questions as soon as you met them, you would be defensive too. Like, whoa, bitch, what the fuck is going on? And then you're doing too much with. But later on in the episode, you say you talk with your hands. So if you want people to accept the fact that you all in their face with your hands, you got to accept the fact that they're going to be in your face with theirs. But then I'm glad to see that tension kind of loosened up when y'all got to talk about the minutiae of why you had the information in the first place. And it all boiled down to Timmy. Timmy said this, Timmy said that. And then obviously I was on to something, y'all, because Timmy, by way of Travis, admitted, oh, I made all that shit up because you was bullying me and you was all up in my face with your hands. So I made all that shit up. And if you notice, the last time we heard about the streets saying something, the person who said it was the streets. I.e. Portia, Candy, Phaedra. So after we get the tea about Timmy and everything, then it's Noel versus Travis part 2. Like, girl, like, because at this point it's getting old. Like, why are y'all fighting at this point? If y'all don't get along, just disperse and don't deal with each other for the remainder of the party. Like, it don't even have to be that deep. Noel was like, can we move the party over here? Now, on this side, I'm going to have to give it to you, Noel. The reason. All of that extra minutia at the end, that was all you. That was all fluff and that was all unnecessary. But the whole meat and the potatoes of the situation rests on your side. I'm on your side with that because you were like, let's move the party here. And Travis, I guess, went into producer mode. I don't know if he's a producer on this show. He was like, like, the camera's here. We supposed to be saying... I'm on Noel's side simply because, bitch, it's my party. If I say we gonna huddle up in the trunk of my motherfucking car, that's what the fuck we gonna do. It's my party. So what I say goes. If I say we gonna move to the parking lot, that's what we doing. You cannot come as a guest, the last guest to show up to my party and think you finna call the shots as to what we gonna do next. No, ma'am. Now, the reason why I say it's kind of your fault, Noel, why it blew up, is because all that extra you was giving was, again, unnecessary. Like, you was, yeah. Now, the mustard coming, girl, you... And then Travis came back with to put the ketchup on it, and then you found out, bitch, like, I kind of like you. But you gotta, like, slow fuck these people. Do not take the dick of your loud, boisterous, flamboyant personality and shove it in the ass of their acceptance, bitch. You gotta astroglide this shit. Like, you gotta slowly slow down because you are moving way too fast. You cannot really just unload and just give all of yourself to these people if you know that you are a lot. I have to give myself to people in doses because I too am, baby, we Leos. And the L in Leo stands for loud. So all this D'Angelo, he is so loud, bitch, you loud too. But yeah, Noel, you just gotta slow down, baby. You just gotta give it some time. You can give yourself away. You cannot give all of yourself away to these people the first time you meet them because you know that you are a lie. People can't, yeah, you got, baby. And Leos understand Leos. Sagittarius understand Leos. Aries understand Leos. These earth and water signs don't really get us as well as we would like for them to. So you gotta... And then, of course, in Leo dramatic fashion, Noel was like, I'm gonna need you to leave because I don't want your negative energy around my daughter. You brought all of this energy. You was like all in this man's face and wouldn't let him walk, Noel. And then you're like, oh my God, you're negative and I just can't have you here. Like, no ma'am, that was on you and I gotta call a spade a spade. But that's what the episode was giving, y'all. It was giving what it was giving. I will not be reviewing the blooper episode because who reviews bloopers? But yeah, it was giving what it was giving, so I gave it what I had. Make sure you were liking, commenting, subscribing, and that the notifications are on, girl. Same place, same time.